Well, this is the best time of the year. College football is back. Just wrapped up week number 1 of college football. NFL football is kicking off this week. And I want to do something new in this video. I want to highlight and break down 3 offensive standouts, 3 defensive standouts from each week of college football, specifically looking at those eligible for the 2026 NFL draft. I'm a big fan of the draft. I love college football. So if you are a draft nerd like myself, love some college football as well, go ahead and hit subscribe. Try to throw out some draft content throughout the year. Have already been starting some summer scouting and profiles in our YouTube short, so go ahead and check that out. And then if you love this is something new. This is a brand new idea. If you like it, let me know in the comments. If you hate it, then I'll only do it for this in week 1. But hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you'll hit like and then comment some of the standout players that you saw as well. Try to interact with all the comments. And again, please like, please comment. That'll help me know if you enjoy this content and should keep doing this each week of college football. But I'm going to start on the defensive side of the ball. My first player to give a shout out to was Rueben Bain Jr., was just dominant in that game Sunday night against Notre Dame in Miami. There's a reason he's nicknamed Hurricane. Rueben Hurricane Bain Jr. was dominant. 6 tackles, half a sack, an interception, pass deflection. And honestly, the stats don't even show how great he was in this game, how he was just in the quarterback's face, how he was dominant in the run defense. In fact, PFF gave him the highest run defense score, I believe, of anyone in this week 1 with a 93.3 PFF run defense grade. Had some huge quarterback hits. It was just showed up big time in those big play moments. That last drive in the fourth quarter, he actually, in many ways, had another sack because he forced the intentional grounding by the quarterback on that final drive. And then he gets that half sack on the last play to force a turnover on downs and seal the win for Miami. He was incredible. He is currently my edge number 2. And he had a disappointing season last year as a sophomore, but a huge season as a freshman. And honestly, not only did he look like that freshman year, he looked even better, which if he keeps playing like this, he's going to be my edge number 1 in this class. Was an incredible game for him. I know Hurricane fans are excited, and I know NFL draft guys were excited as well. That was an awesome game by Bain Jr. Another phenomenal game, game-changing game was Mansoor Delane, cornerback from LSU, transferred this past year from Virginia Tech. I liked him a lot at Tech, but I had no idea he could potentially just completely transform LSU's defense. I mean, this was the LSU defense that was bad last year, and all of a sudden they go week 1 on the road in Clemson, going up against the number 4 team. A lot of people have Cade Klubnik. Well, I shouldn't say a lot of people. I guess a lot of people have Cade Klubnik in their top 3 or 4 or 5 as a highly graded potential first rounder in this draft class. He did not look like that at all. Well, in large part because of how good Delane played. 2 tackles, an interception, 2 pass deflections. And here's the crazy stat. Gave up only 1 reception when targeted for 8 yards. His QB rating when targeted was a 0. Literally cannot do better than that. Was very, very good and has potential in a little bit of a weaker cornerback class, especially with the Tennessee corner, who a lot of people have as number 1 being hurt for a while. Delane could sneak his way into round 1 conversations, especially with dominant performances like he had on Saturday night in Clemson. I want to give another shout out. Obviously, this was not a big time game. I doubt very many of us were tuning into Western Illinois, but Gabe Jacas is already one of my sleeper picks in the draft. He is a beast. He's on Feldman's freak list, just 6'3", 275 pounds. And of course, yes, he played a cupcake game at home against Western Illinois. Only plays 33 snaps, but he does what you want to do in weaker competitions, and that's dominate. 5 tackles, 2 sacks, a forced fumble, pass deflection. Again, only 33 snaps, just obliterated Western Illinois, and he's going to get an opportunity next week to play at Duke. A little bit of a step up in competition. Can he continue to build on that? Had 8 sacks last year for Illinois. He's a senior. He's a leader for this Illinois team that some people think could be a sneaky playoff team. But great first game, of course, against weaker competition. But a guy that I'm watching could have a big, big season for the Fighting Illini. Now let's switch over to the offensive side of the ball. Let's stay with the big boys up front. Spencer Fano, a lot of people have him as OT1 and 6'6", over 300 pounds. He did exactly what you want to do. And Utah, honestly, was one of the surprises of week one. It's a team I loved, a team that I think definitely should have been ranked and will be ranked after week one, dominating UCLA on the road, putting up 43 points. How do you score 43 points? Well, one of the ways is to have an incredible offensive line led by Spencer Fano. PFF had him as the highest graded player on the field on Saturday night, putting up an over 85 PFF grade. He's a guy to watch, could be a top 10 type talent in the 2026 draft class. Speaking of one of the best at their positions, a lot of people, including myself, has joined Tyson as wide receiver 1. Another guy who has a weaker competition, but does what you want to see someone do against weaker competition. That's dominate. 12 catches, 141 yards, 2 touchdowns. He does have a fumble in the game that Arizona State was able to recover, but Arizona State was able to put up 38 points and had several great highlights. Go look them up on X, where Levitt just tosses the ball up and Tyson makes ridiculous catches, especially obviously against Northern Arizona. You're just not going to be able to cover him one-on-one. As the competition increases throughout the year, can he continue to put up dominant performances like that and just continue to keep potentially his wide receiver 1 spot on lock? That is still to be determined. But great game from Tyson. Again, another guy like Jacas who just dominated weaker competition. And we're going to see throughout the year, can he continue it up? And then one more guy on offense, Jonah Coleman, the Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week, along with the USC quarterback. Ran the ball for 24 carries, 177 yards, 2 TDs. If you throw in the 22 receiving yards as well, nearly 200 yards of offense, averaged 7.4 yards per carry. And here's the big number. Ran with great vision, but especially ran with great power. I mean, he just ran over Colorado State. You can kind of see it there from his listed frame, 5'9", 228. He's a tough guy to tackle. An unbelievable just tackle breaker. Ran for 6.21 yards after contact. Was very good as well in the pass blocking game. A lot of people kind of have him as a day 2, day 3 fringe. If he continues to put up great performances like this, definitely a step down in the running back class from 2025 to 2026. So if he has a great year as a senior for the Huskies, can definitely make himself a day 2 lock. Great game from Coleman. So those are my 3 defensive standouts, 3 offensive standouts as well in week 1. Wanted to give a shout out because I'm a Florida State fan and have to give a shout out when you go and beat the number 8 team by 14 points at home. If I had to throw in one more, it'd be Earl Little Jr., the linebacker, 9 tackles, played incredibly physical. Great game for him against Bama. Go Noles, go. But again, if you enjoy this content, let me know. I'll keep doing these videos each week. Love college football, love the draft. If you're just like me and big fans of both and are excited for the NFL season to be here week 1 as well, let me know. But drop a comment on one of these 6 guys or another guy on offense or defense that you watch. Hopefully that'll allow us just to create a sense of community, interact with some other NFL draft fans. So again, drop a comment, drop a like, hit subscribe if you're a big fan of the draft and of college football. It's going to be a great season.